In today's top cryptocurrency news, April 18, 2023, in the first new, SafeMoon hacker agrees to return 80% of stolen funds, says development team. The attacker will be allowed to keep the remaining 20% of exploited crypto, according to SafeMoon developers. In the second new, US wholesale CBDC has promise, Fed governor says, but retail difficult to imagine. Federal Reserve Board Governor Michelle Bowman discussed a potential US CBDC in a speech at Georgetown University. In the third new, Intel will stop manufacturing chips for Bitcoin miners, report. The semiconductor chip manufacturing company will reportedly stop taking orders for the Blockscale 1000 series ASICs by October 20. In the fourth new, Kraken receives virtual asset service provider authorization in Ireland ahead of MiCA vote. US-based cryptocurrency exchange Kraken received its virtual asset service provider authorization from the Central Bank of Ireland. In the fifth new, Bitcoin price struggles to hold above $30,000 amid regulatory uncertainty. Despite BTC's recent recovery, Bitcoin's margin and futures markets highlight a neutral to bearish sentiment, as traders remain wary of regulatory risks. In the sixth new, Bitcoin retracing. Here are the odds of it returning to $28,000. On this week's episode of the Market Report, Cointelegraph's resident expert discusses if Bitcoin is retracing and if it can go back to the previous $28,000 level. In the seventh new, Microsoft is developing its own AI chip to power ChatGPT, report. The software giant is reportedly developing its own machine learning chips to power AI projects for OpenAI and its own internal teams. In the eighth new, Coinbase may face years-long court battle with SEC, CEO warns, report. At a London fintech conference, CEO Brian Armstrong disclosed that Coinbase might consider leaving the US due to the lack of regulatory clarity in the country. In the ninth new, Solana on-chain and derivatives data highlight the limitations of Sol's potential price breakout. Sol price recently rallied by 30%, but on-chain data suggests that the network's growth challenges could restrict Solana's upside. In the 10th new, PancakeSwap wants to cap token inflation rate at 3% to 5% per year. Staking allocation to target approximate 0.35 to 1 cake block instead of 6.65 cake block, developers wrote. In the 11th new, with continued Bitcoin adoption comes tamer price action, trader argues. Trader BigChades, popular on Twitter, joined Cointelegraph's Crypto Trading Secrets podcast for an interview, featured in the show's 9th episode. In the 12th new, MicroStrategy's stock price more than doubles in 2023 in lockstep with Bitcoin. Bank of America and Fidelity have increased their MicroStrategy exposure in what appears to be a passive Bitcoin investment. In the 13th new, Gnosis Chain spends $5 million on Validator incentive program for decentralization. The program offers 388 MGNO to each of the first 10 validators that runs in a listed country. In the 14th new, U.S. House Committee Chair repeatedly presses Gary Gensler, is Ether a commodity or a security? SEC Chair Gary Gensler has said the SEC considers Bitcoin a commodity, but refused to pin down Ether at an oversight hearing. In the 15th new, BTC price quotes now live on Twitter following eToro partnership. The move follows an April 13 partnership between Twitter and the Israeli cryptocurrency exchange. In the 16th new, Unchained raises $60 million to offer collaborative custody Bitcoin services. Texas-based Unchained Capital hopes to undermine single points of failure and mitigate counterparty risk with its substantial $60 million raise, led by Valor Equity Partners. In the 17th new, 18 industry vets share tips for launching a crypto startup in a bear market. A bear market may not be the best of times for a crypto startup, but it's not an insurmountable barrier, either. In the 18th new, Ethereum Layer 2 bridging up sixfold year-on-year in Q1, Alchemy. Layer 2s also saw increased development activity, with year-over-year smart contract deployment increasing by 160%. In the 19th new, African blockchain ventures outpace global funding growth, report. Africa witnessed a 429% YOY increase in venture funding in 2022, with the majority of funding coming from Seychelles and South Africa. In the 20th new, crypto regulation, does SEC Chair Gary Gensler have the final say? The chairman of the SEC recently said that almost all cryptocurrencies will be regulated as securities. Questions remain whether that's an accurate statement, and if the agency is regulating tokens by enforcement. In the 21st new, Bitcoin and liquid staking protocols led crypto resurgence in Q1 2023. The first quarter of 2023 saw Bitcoin outperform traditional assets after a 72% quarterly gain in market capitalization. In the 22nd new, 9 tech YouTube channels to follow. Discover 9 tech-focused YouTube channels covering topics such as programming, machine learning, cybersecurity, blockchain, and Web3. In the 23rd new, Bitcoin, what does it mean today and what is its value? In short, Bitcoin has become much more than its original intent in Satoshi's 2008 white paper. In the 24th new, exploit targets crypto veterans, drains over $10 million across 11 blockchains. MetaMask developer Taylor Monahan brought the issue to light and said no one knows how the exploit works yet. In the 25th new, Bitcoin mega whales sent BTC price to $30,000 as volatility hits crypto. Bitcoin sees a sudden return to form as a reshuffle of order book liquidity precedes a spurt above crucial BTC price resistance. In the 26th new, Ethereum is up 15% versus Bitcoin since Shapella, more ETH price gains ahead. Ether stakers have withdrawn $1.21 billion worth of ETH from Ethereum staking contracts since the Shapella upgrade. In the 27th new, Binance users get new ETH deposit addresses. Here's what to do. Binance said retiring old deposit addresses on multiple blockchains is part of its infrastructure upgrade, with the new addresses offering better security and efficiency. In the 28th new, Aleph Zero launches $50 million ecosystem funding program. The funding program for the ecosystem involves grants, incubation, and acceleration for all phases of product development, with approved applicants receiving up to $500,000 per project. In the 29th new, ETH staking passes withdrawals for the first time since Shapella upgrade. Over 1 million ETH has been withdrawn since the Shapella hard fork on April 12. However, a significant number of addresses have restaked their ETH. In the 30th new, privacy, scaling drives use cases for zero-knowledge technology. Zero-knowledge technology has seen significant growth in adoption within the blockchain space in 2023, according to an inaugural quarterly report published by ZK Validator. Today's news ends here. Tomorrow there will be more news. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with cryptocurrency news. See you tomorrow.